Hey guys, at the boat, second time this season, checking off a lot of check boxes. First project was to replace the 6.5-inch OEM Kenwoods with the JL Audio C2650Xs. If you've been following the channel, you know what I'm going to be putting in for a stereo system. Fusion 770 head unit will be installed here. I've been starting to tear things apart. There will be a subwoofer here installed in the cabin, just not sure where yet. I did buy one, I'm just not sure where I'm going to put it. It's pretty big. I thought I was going to be able to fit it under the lounge here, but looks like it's too big, so I'm probably going to have to put it under the seat cushions here in the aft cabin. So the three JL Audio amplifiers will be installed here in this closet. I'm going to be powering everything with 2-gauge wire from a dedicated battery in the engine compartment through a series of circuit breakers, fuses, etc. So it's going to be a very safe installation. So my father's going to be helping me with this project in the coming weeks, and I will be documenting as we move along. Down here in the aft cabin, I'm replacing that TV there with a 24-inch smart TV that's on its way. So yeah, things look pretty good here. There is a fridge here in this cabinet, nice and clean. I replaced the thermostat in the fall, so that should be good to go. There is a water pump behind the fridge that I need to replace, but apparently getting the fridge out is fairly simple. Just remove some screws, it slides out, and then I'll be able to access the pump. I have the replacement pump already, I just need the time to get that in. In the head here, my wife's interested in an electric flush head, so I'm investigating options. All right, so in terms of upgrades, we bought new canvas for the really to replace the camper canvas top and the bimini top. So the canvas will be here in a couple of days. I ordered that from Ameritex, which is the manufacturer that Formula uses. So let's head up here into the cockpit area. So I am replacing all of the stock speakers with JL Audio speakers. So 6x9s are going to be installed here. Up in the arch, I'm going to be installing 6.5-inch JL Audios. There's going to be a Fusion remote control, replacing the Kenwood control, the helm. You can see the helm station. This boat is equipped with the DTS digital throttle system, which I'm looking forward to using. In my previous boat, it was purely mechanical, and it was finicky at times, so I'm looking forward to the linearity of a DTS system. That should be fun. The electronics here, I have a Raymarine chart plotter. This is the C80. All of the original equipment that came with the boat. Not really sure yet what we're going to do with this equipment. I'm really looking seriously at the Garmin 8600 series. This is a SmartCraft information system here, very useful, and just a depth sounder. Alright, I think I left the engine lights. Yeah, alright, since I left the engine compartment lights on, let's go down there real quick, take a quick peek. Alright, it's a mess here, so I apologize. This is gonna be all cleaned up, and I look forward to documenting the boat when it's ready to go. But one step at a time. So down here, let's go down to the engine compartment. Alright, so I've got some lights on. So I had a number of pulleys replaced on both engines, so I'm good to go there. I'm thinking about putting the amplifier battery, deep cycle battery, back here next to the generator starting battery. So I do have another battery mount that I'm going to be putting right there, and then I'll be running the cables up to a switch. I do have a new battery charger as well that's dedicated to the amplifier battery. I'm probably going to replace this OEM charger. This charger here was for the generator start battery, so I'll probably just remove this, put my 3-bank charger in right here, and then I'll be able to charge the generator starting battery, the amplifier battery, and then I'll have a spare output. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll just use that to charge the dinghy batteries when not in use. Boat is equipped with a Kohler generator. Started cleaning things up. I mean, overall it's in good shape. I just want to paint this area down here that got a little bit rusty. It only has, I think, 200 hours on it. So the plan is to run the feed to the amplifiers up through here. I'll just, mount it somewhere. There's a ground bus here that I'm gonna clean up. And then supposedly there's a channel on this side behind that I can run the cables. So I haven't even dug into that yet. Wish me luck. That's gonna be interesting. New belts ready to go. I asked the mechanic to look at the risers and manifolds just to make sure that they're good, because this is the first season we're out with the boat, and I know since buying it, and the previous owner replaced the risers and manifolds. It's pretty windy out. You should probably hear the shrink wrap flapping around. The previous owner replaced the risers and manifolds, I think 3 years ago, and he hardly used the boat last year, the year he sold it to us. So having the mechanic just double check those. If I have to replace them, I will. That won't be something I'd planned on, but I want to be safe than sorry, especially when you're dealing with the cooling system. Because as a lot of you know, if you neglect your risers and manifolds, you could potentially have one bad day on the water and a very expensive repair. So these are the 496 mags. These are long blocks. The long blocks were actually replaced a few years ago, both of them. Apparently there was a water intrusion issue, and my guess is that the previous owner neglected the risers and manifolds. I don't know exactly. I did have this boat surveyed. Compression's good, everything's good, but the long blocks were replaced. So essentially these are new engines. I think they have 100 hours on them, or not even. Completely rebuilt. I have all of the receipts. Total job is about $35,000. So that was a compelling reason for me to seriously consider this boat. 2 rebuilt engines. So I am anal retentive when it comes to mechanical systems, keeping things clean, orderly, safe. So we're making this our own at this time. We're just doing as many upgrades as we possibly can afford this off season. So it's been interesting. We've got a lot going on. All right, so let's go back out. I'm having body work done too. This light I'm replacing. Got some blue LEDs that I'm going to be installing. So yeah, having body work done, just having some scratch repair done on the outside. I'll be documenting that as well. Yeah, it just needs to be cleaned up. We cleaned it up a lot in the fall, but still needs to be cleaned up. Still not to my specification, so I like things perfect. I know it's tough with a boat, but in my previous boat we did pretty well with that, and it helped us sell it a lot sooner than later. So what else? So it does have a bow thruster. That'll be a nice feature. Never had that before. Just looking up to the bow. And zooming around here, or panning around I should say. Yeah, look at that. I sprayed Marine 31 on that. Look how clean that is now. A few areas that I didn't get, but this was all mildewy up here. All I did was just spray it, didn't even wipe it, clean right up. So I'll just hit that again. It's really strong stuff, by the way. If you ever use Marine 31, just be very careful to not breathe it in, because it has lasting effects in the lungs. It's, at least for me, it takes hours for it to clear, but it works. So I guess that's, if it didn't do that, it probably wouldn't work. So anyway, that's the boat. I'm trying to think, what else can I show you? The air conditioner unit is down here under this cushion. That's the air conditioner unit. Let's see, it does have a central vac system. The hookup's down there. This boat came with a lot of the options. Just about all of them, except for the hardtop, which is interesting. For this model year formula, the hardtop was available, but the previous owner decided to have just the arch installed. I guess that's okay. I like having an open boat sometimes, so it gives us the option to have it open, or we can just use the canvas. So I guess that's a good thing. I did replace the carbon monoxide sensors. So the original equipment, the old Zintex, I think that's how you pronounce it, were installed. I replaced them with the new, what is it, CDM5 or something like that? Let me see. Let me check it real quick. So I put a couple of these in. This is the CMD5. So there's one in the master stateroom, and then there's another one back here in the aft cabin. Right there. So I replaced those. All right, what other features? I think for now, That is a standard galley. Does have a stove under here. There's a lid that flips up. It's a 2-burner range, electric range. Lots of cabinet storage. It's really nice. This formula puts lights in the cabinets. Oh, that one I've got to adjust. That's not opening. So you always find stuff like that in the spring, don't you? All right, so yeah, so what Formula does is they install these LEDs in all the cabinets, which is really nice. Just a nice touch. Water system here, so this is really nice. So if you connect the boat to domestic water system, water feed at the marina, you can choose how you want to handle it. Do you want to just fill the tank and then just have the pump continue to supply water to the boat? Or do you want to have a continuous supply from the water hookup, domestic water hookup, or potable water hookup? And so you have a switch here. You can switch whether you can have the pump, you can have it just continuously feed and bypass the pump, or you can just have the tank filled, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm tired. I'll do a better job explaining a lot of this stuff once we get up and running on the water. All right, I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.